Welcome back. We've begun exploring the mansion, and so far we haven't gotten beyond this room. We have managed to die, though, so that's something. Is there anything out the windows? The tall French windows add grace and charm to this old house. Out the windows? As it's dark outside, it's difficult to see out the windows. Well, it is 7 in the evening, I guess. With the fireplace. Anything interesting about that? Hidden panels? Whatever? The finely carved fireplaces show the craftsmanship of bygone days. Can we search it? No. Okay, let's go somewhere else. It looks as if this might have been a nursery at one time. Now it has been converted into a makeshift guest room with Ethel as its current guest. This room I'm going to have to be a bit quick because I have to leave before Ethel does, otherwise I'm screwed. So let's just look at Ethel. I'm going to talk to Ethel, but then I'm going to leave. Ethel is a stylishly dressed, overly made-up older woman. Many years of hard drinking have taken their toll on her, as her face is puffy and red, and her skin has wrinkled prematurely. She always seems to have a drink in her hand. You have never met her before, but Ethel is your friend Lillian's mother. Okay. And actually, the first time you look at a character, you get a generic description like this, and it usually pays to look at them for a second time to get an actual description of what they're doing right now, which sometimes can be important to notice certain things that you will need to get full score, because it's not just important that you notice things, you have to make sure the game knows that you've noticed them. Ethel is relaxing in her room after a long day, and she seems to be drinking. Ethel holds a drink and a white hanky in her hand. Do I get a different? No, that's the same. Let's notice the hanky as well, the handkerchief. Same description again. I'm not entirely sure if it's necessary to look at them both individually, but it never hurts in a game like this. Again, it would help if I could see the score. Then I would know if it was necessary. But I don't. So I will just do it anyway. Okay, let's try and talking to her. Again, I'm not wasting the time to walk up to her to do that. Just make sure that she can't leave before I do. Where is Lillian, Laura? I'd like to speak with her. She went to freshen up in the bathroom. She'll be right back. Why don't you go find Lillian? I get the feeling that Ethel is not in the mood to talk to me. Run along, Laura. Okay, we've exhausted conversation there, but there's actually a very important thing you need to do in this game, which is interrogate people. And you do that by asking them about various things or other people, mostly other people actually. And the game even provides a shortcut to do that. Ask about Control A, which I will be using to speed things up a bit. So we can ask them about different things, and repeatedly as well. Different times in the game you get different responses asking about the same things. So let's go through some things we can talk about. Mostly they're just other people, and we only know about a few people right now, so right now we won't take very long. Let's first ask about this estate, however. This island is too far away from New Orleans. Frankly, I can't stand the isolation. I don't have anything else to say about that. They pretty much always have only one thing to say about any particular topic at any given time. And like I said, you can ask them again later. Let's talk about the Colonel. He's the reason we're here, after all. Henri Dijon. Henri's always been a penny-pinching miser, and he hates people. That's why he lives way out here. Okay, guess she's not too fond of him, but then again, nobody seems to be very fond of anyone, judging by what we saw at the dinner table. And she is Lillian's mother, so let's ask about her. Lily and I have had our ups and downs over the years, like any mother and daughter. You don't say. You might think you can ask them about themselves as well, but that never actually works. I'm not discussing myself with you. The only other person we've actually spoken to or met at this point is Jeeves. Sometimes I wonder about that man, what he's really up to. I don't know, he is the butler, and traditionally the butler did it, so I don't know what's going to happen, but the butler did it. Jeeves is guilty, I can promise you that. Okay. You might think you can ask her about some things you can look at, like that hanky, but that doesn't really work. How would I know? The game is really very specific about the things you need to ask for, and I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum while getting all the important details of conversation, of course. Okay, let's leave here. And, well, Ethel said we should go and find Lillian, so let's. This is the back upstairs hallway of the mansion. Again, no need to look for each location, which I am kind of tempted to do anyway, but you will just get that description again. We have some doors here. That's the bathroom door. Well, that's the only actual door. All the rest just seem to be doorways. No, it just tells us about the one door in the back. There's some statues of a cat or something like back there. 2 Greek statues guard both sides of the bathroom door. Looks to be a cat and it actually looks like a vase more than a statue. Or is it it's talking about the statues in the alcoves, I guess. A beautiful porcelain cat sits elegantly on a marble pedestal. How about the vase? A lovely vase rests atop a marble pedestal. Let's check the bathroom. We don't have to type open door. A modern bathroom has been installed in this old house, and there is Lillian freshening up. Hi Laura, I'm feeling better now. That ride through the bayou had me plump frazzled. Sure. What does that even mean? If you need to freshen up too, I'll be done in just a bit. Let's look at Lillian. Your friend Lillian Prune is a rebellious flapper, as you probably could tell from her outfit if you know anything about flapper girls. Like you, she is 20 years old, but unlike you, she has been known to hang out in speakeasies, smoke, and run around with several young men. She is assertive and outgoing to the point of obnoxiousness, but underneath it all you believe her to be a lonely, insecure girl. Okay, that's quite of a description there. And do that a second time. Your friend is freshening up in the bathroom. And this is one of the cases where I actually know that it's important to do it second time. If you don't, you will not get full score at the end of the game. It won't make it unwinnable though, so at least that's good, I guess. Drying her face. And putting up some perfume. That is actually the thing that the game wants you to notice. That's why you have to look at her, to make the game acknowledge that you've seen her putting on the perfume. Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense. I want to keep the cursor out of the way, but it seems to periodically go back to the top right. Okay, let's look around the bathroom. There's a sink. It's a basic pedestal sink. Can I use the sink? You don't have it. I guess I can wash my hands. Okay. There's a towel too. You don't need a towel unless you're washing your hands, which I just did, so. Waste basket. Always important. You see nothing special. In basket then. Currently, it's empty. Emphasis on the currently. This is a genre-aware statement there. Okay, may have to come back to that later. Is that a closet of some kind? I don't know. There seems to be a bench, I guess. You notice a lovely seat under the large windows. But I still don't feel like sitting around. It's difficult to see out the windows, even though I can clearly see something out the windows. Okay, there's a bathtub. The claw-footed bathtub has a shower attached to it. Well, I guess after that ride through the bayou, I could do with a shower. And nothing bad could possibly happen during a shower, which is why I'm saving under my death save game. Of course. Take shower. Use shower doesn't actually work, because it will say you don't have it. I think that's just a standard response to use with an object you don't have. Take shower, however, doesn't actually take it, of course, but you do take a shower. You know what I mean. Yes, you do feel a bit grimy. Perhaps a shower will make you feel better. Ooh la la. Didn't Alfred teach you anything? Yes, it's a reference to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which it actually doesn't really make any sense in context that you get killed here at this point, but it's a Sierra death sequence. They don't have to make sense. Okay, let's not take a shower then. Can we use the toilet? Excuse us. Well, did you think this was Leisure Suit Larry? Well, the scene in the shower almost convinced me it was, actually. We don't get to see that, though. And Sierra could never resist an opportunity to plug another game, so... There's a couple of scenes that in this game that place it in nearly Leisure Suit Larry category, if you ask me. Okay, I wonder, did Lillian go back to our room? Yes, she did. If you ask me, I don't think she has any... Any what? Oh, hello, dear. Looks like we were interrupting something. The cursor is back. Yeah, I might just leave it there. If it keeps going back there. Ethel and Lillian seem to be having a little mother-daughter chat. Really now? I wonder what they're talking about. They don't seem to be willing to talk in front of us, though, so no way of finding that out. We can't talk to Lillian, though, since we haven't done that yet. Hi, Laura. How's it all going? Fine, fine. I'm fine. Generally fine. Okay. Except I just got killed in the shower. But otherwise, I'm fine. I got better. Are you meeting everybody? They're a comical group, aren't they? So far, the only person I've met is your mother. So, go on, Laura. I'll be around. See you later, alligator. Mother's getting angry with you. She wants to talk with me. See ya. See you around, Laura. I'm really doing that being conspicuous thing from from Laura's father's advice. I'm just badgering everybody constantly. Do you like my new outfit, Lil? Not particularly, Mother. Oh. Yeah, well, it doesn't look that good, I have to admit. Are you having a good time, dear? Why don't you run along now, Laura? She doesn't want to talk to us either. Go do some more exploring, dear. Your friend is persistent, isn't she, Lil? Ethel refuses to answer your idle chit-chat. Even though they don't want to talk to us anymore, you can usually still do the ask stuff. If there's more than one character, I think it goes by the person you're closest to. In this case, I want to talk to Lillian, because I already talked to Ethel, so that kind of works fine, doesn't it? So, well, let's ask Lillian about the estate. This place used to be a plantation, you know. I really find it fascinating. A cotton plantation, I would guess, considering it's in the south. Uncle Henri and I are very close, or at least we used to be. He's always been like a father to me, you know? Really? What about your actual father? This game does not understand father. Okay. I guess he died? I don't know. He's absent? They're divorced? Who knows? Ask her about her mother then. Mother is who she is, that's all. A very enlightening statement. Jeeves? If you ask me, I think he's having a little fling with Fifi. Oh, Fifi was the maid that we saw push the Colonel's wheelchair. Let's ask about Fifi. Fifi's such a fake. I don't understand what Uncle Henri sees in her. Wait, I thought she was having an affair with Jeeves. Whatever. We didn't ask Ethel about Fifi. This also works if you don't want to move to get closer to her character. That girl had better watch her step around here. Okay, I guess people don't like Fifi for whatever reason. Okay, well, we'll leave them to their talks, I guess. We did notice something weird about the painting in that room. It had hollow eyes. So maybe there's something we can see in the room to the south from our room. This is the front upstairs hallway of the plantation house. A grand staircase leads down to the lower level. There's also a chandelier which on occasion makes incredibly annoying noise. It's refusing to do it now. This appears to be another guest room that Rudy and Clarence are sharing. That makes it sound like Rudy and Clarence are sharing more than one room. Which is not the case. Just another guest room though. The beds are old and lumpy. Oh well, you're not going to be doing much sleeping tonight anyway. No innuendo intended there, I'm sure. There's some dressers. Dresser. It's a plain old dresser. Really now. There's nothing of interest in the dresser. You notice 3 suitcases next to the beds. They must belong to Rudy and Clarence. 3? Oh yeah, I see. There's actually 2 on this side. They're locked. I guess that goes for all of them. What I'm actually interested in though is the paintings in this room. You notice an interesting picture of a woman and a child. Oddly, the woman's eyes have a strange, faraway look in them. Really? The eyes of the woman have a strange, faraway look to them. Can we look through the eyes from one room to another or something like that? Can we do that? Does this game understand that? No. It's too high up anyway. But it is peculiar that... Ah, there we go. That's the annoying noise. That noise is way more annoying if you're using the ad-lib, by the way. At least it sounds somewhat like a chandelier in the MT32 version. Also, if you are playing in DOSBox and have the cycle set very high, it will do that constantly, which gets very annoying after a while. But it seems to me, however, very peculiar that there are strange eyes both in the painting in this room and in our room. That seems to suggest there might be something between the 2 rooms, but what could that be? We'll have to find out in the next video.